127. And on this episode, the Wrecking 2 is back. Lou Kikio, Mark Smith from the Music Relish Show. And now the Milk Crates and Turntables permanent co-hosts. I'm promoting them for Christmas. And with that, we will be discussing tonight the year in music of 1975. Good year. Lots of interesting stuff happened. So sit back, relax, break out your Bay City Rollers t-shirt, and enjoy the podcast. We're back after a week off, so everybody's fresh.
The KOFB studio presents Milk Crates and Turntables, a music discussion podcast hosted by Scott McLean. Now, let's talk music. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Amanda, for that wonderful introduction as usual. Young Amanda is on her way home for Christmas break. College. Love that girl. Can't wait to see her. Can't wait to see her. So, yes, welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. And there really is no end in sight. So, you know, let me get rid of this on the screen. Dump that big black box. There you go. And, yes, welcome to the podcast. You know the name. I'm not going to say it. We're streaming live right now over Facebook, YouTube, X. D-Live, Twitter, whatever, Twitch. There's a lot of live streams going on right now. And then, of course, after that, I will upload it to the podcast universe. So I think you heard in the intro, I decided to make it official. I'm in a Christmas mood, as you can see my t-shirt. Mark and Lou are permanent co-hosts now. If Jack comes back, he's the guest. He's the guest host. These guys are in. They're locked in. Stone cold lock. Mark Smith and Lou Kikio, the new co-host.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're humble.
I had to make it official. I was counting the episodes that you guys have been on, like when this started. So you were here for the 100th episode, right?
Yeah.
And so that's 27 episodes, 28 episodes. You know, then you have, you were probably in, I don't know, 10, 15 before that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's, you know, you guys have been here a lot. So it's like, I might as well just make it official. Yeah.
Oh, no more days off, huh?
Now the rules change.
You need doctor notes. I know.
And I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you how the rules have already changed. Lou has COVID. I said, fuck that. You are doing the show, and that's it. Because that's how I rule. That's how I roll.
I get it.
That's how it goes.
We should give him a break. Maybe not a 2-hour marathon.
He made me take a nap before.
Oh, okay.
Look at Lou. Lou's not feeling well. He's in this dark room with a nice little Christmas tree in the background. He's wearing his raspberry beret.
Beret.
Raspberry
I don't have a beret.
Mark, doesn't it look like a beret?
It does from with
Right?
the low light.
Without the light.
Actually, he's channeling. You're channeling Michael Stipe there a little bit.
It's Jesus. Yeah. Just don't lose your religion.
I channel me.
Yeah, I had a picture. I actually had a picture of me taking with REM, and that's me in the corner.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually.
Can't put a,
don't
put a sick man in the.
I'm actually going to give you. That was actually a pretty good one. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. If Mark said it, he'd be in the penalty box.
Everything I say, I'm in the penalty box.
every
It's real now. Damn, I'm feeling pressure.
I had my fireplace going on Monday when we did on Music Relish.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That was the worst day. That's when I felt I just had a bad cold. So I'm like, it's gonna be 85 degrees in here. So,
but that says a lot about you, Lou. The dedication is real.
Yeah, trooper.
You know, if you're feeling shitty, when I get sick, I am like a little girl. Yeah, I said I'm like a little. Why it's got to be a little girl? Why can it be a little bit? Because little girls whine.
He hate being sick too. I'm the same.
Yeah.
You know, I have asthma. If this thing happened 2-3 years ago, you know, it might be a whole different story. I'm happy things are the way.
Did you throw up, Lou? Did you throw up?
I'm not a puker, man. I'm not a puker, man.
I have not puked since 1988.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Haven't.
The last time I did, I destroyed my Walkman.
Oh,
I've never had stomach viruses till I moved to North Carolina.
Okay.
So a couple times I would just wake up at 3 in the morning going, good God, you know, where's the tub?
Yeah. Well, all right, let's get into this, gentlemen.
Yes.
I think that people have had enough of us talking about us. Let's jump into the year that was 1975. I wish I had an echo thing that I could do, but I'd have to get a whole new audio thing, and well, that ain't gonna happen.
You can get like a MIDI effects unit and just plug your mic into that and route it.
It has to go into my Rodecaster Pro. And this is where everything is.
What was that show where they'd go 1975? Conan O'Brien, I think, or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's start right off. January 2nd, 1975, U.S. District Court Judge Richard Owen rules that former Beatle John Lennon and his lawyers can have access to Department of Immigration files pertaining to his deportation case. Yeah. January 5th, 1975, The Whiz. Remember that? Remember it came? It was like a big fucking deal.
Sure was. Well,
yeah.
TV commercials.
Yeah. The new musical version of the classic Wizard of Oz story opens on Broadway's Majestic Theater in New York City. And you know what? I don't remember anybody like complaining about it. I don't remember anybody. You know why? Because they just did it. They didn't make this big, you know, it's like, it's The Whiz. And Diana Ross was in it, right? Wasn't she?
That's right, yeah.
Right? And Michael Jackson played the Scarecrow. Was that the movie? Was that the movie version? Because they did do a movie version.
There was a movie version, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, and like, well, you can't fucking argue with that.
Well, yeah.
Even if someone didn't like it.
Evidently, both were great. I've seen either, but
I saw it. It was good. It was done really well.
We got a lot of talent in there too.
You know, I heard complaining about it from some upstanding citizens of my church I was forced to go to.
Really?
Oh, really?
Church people are such
nice
nice
a black
people,
version
I
of
gotta
it.
tell you. Oh yeah. I remember. I'm young. I'm like 6 years old, but I heard they're talking about like it's evil, you know. But,
then again, I was a liberal back then, so maybe I wasn't paying attention.
Still
At 75, I was just about to turn 12.
I turned 14, but in that same
year, you were 19.
I was. Born 61.
Don't get him mad. He's going to get weak. Don't get him mad.
But now's the time to take advantage of him.
There were some great movies in 75 that actually they had black casts that were like these coming of age stories. There's two in particular.
Are you jumping ahead on us?
No, I'm just saying we're talking about movies. We're talking about how.
Oh, that's right.
The
Mark
cultural aspects when you were a young liberal. You're a young 12-year-old liberal. Like, hey, you're like a reverse of Michael J. Fox back then.
I was a 12-year-old liberal.
Me and Lou talked before the show, just so you know.
Diary of a 12-year-old liberal.
I bled for liberal causes.
Lou's not feeling that bad. What were you saying, Mark?
I said me and Lou talked before the show.
Oh, here we go again. All right, January 6th, approximately 1,000 Led Zeppelin fans waiting for tickets to go on sale for Led Zeppelin's February 4th concert caused an estimated $30,000 in damage. I know people that were there. And to the lobby of the Boston Garden, I know people that were there. Right? The fans reportedly broke chairs and doors and caused other damage to the building. Boston Mayor Kevin White cancels the upcoming show. Yeah, I remember that.
They must have been pissed. Canceling the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, they acted up.
Yeah.
They fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
January 8th, 3 Led Zeppelin concerts at Madison Square Garden sell out in a record 4 hours. January 12th, 1975, the Warner Brothers Music Show begins a 9-city, 18-show tour of Europe. The tour included Warner Brother acts Little Feat, Tower of Power, the Doobie Brothers, Bonnaroo, Montrose, and Graham Central Station.
Wow.
Who's
What a
Bonnaroo?
tour.
Graham Central Station. Is that what's his name?
No, he was dead by then. The
Not
country guy.
Graham Bond?
Let me see.
Not Graham Parsons, that's for sure.
No,
Who was Bonnaroo?
I don't know who Bonnaroo was. Bonnaroo, let me see.
It's a band.
Bonnaroo, they're an American pop rock band, which ran 74 to 75. Bobby Winkleman on guitar, and singer-songwriter Bill Cuomo, keyboards Michael Hossack, drums Robert Lichtig, bass. Yeah, so they were a Warner Brothers band. One and done. Literally 1 year and done.
74 or 75.
Oh, it was named after Larry Graham, the founder. He was he's a great bass player.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
January.
He was from the Sly and the Family Stones band, I think.
Yeah.
All right. January 24th, 1975, jazz pianist Keith Jarrett plays the solo improvisation, The Clone Concert in Kelowna, and nobody cares.
No. That's one of my favorite albums. Don't say that.
It is the best-selling piano recording in history, so.
You do like to chill, Scott. That might be worth checking out sometime if you want to meditate. Just getting in there. It's pretty incredible.
I'll just listen to Bossa Nova. I'm pretty good with that. I'm good with that. I actually had for my birthday party last Saturday night, I had a nice playlist while the Paella King cooked up a huge fucking batch of seafood paella and chicken paella, and I had a nice Bossa Nova soundtrack going.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was really nice. You guys didn't get the invite? I mean,
I didn't.
No. But I stupidly texted you happy birthday thinking it was your birthday.
Well, everybody thought it was. I had it because my birthday is a week before Christmas, and you can't really get people on that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I learned that over the years. It's really hard to do that. So I decided to have it a couple weeks early.
That makes sense.
And or a week and that, 2 weeks early, whatever it is. Let me see. February, according to the spelling, 13th, the film Slade in Flame, starring the members of Slade, premieres at the Metropole Theatre in London.
Didn't know there was a movie.
I read that and I go, maybe Lou knows something about it because I don't.
Was there a plot? Slade?
I cannot think. It was like a very loose plot, I'm sure.
Is it a haunted amusement park or something?
Haunted amusement park, yeah. Was there a phantom involved?
Drunk Ace Frehley?
Evidently there was flames because it was Slade in Flame. February 21st, John Lennon releases what I call a fucking lazy album. His rock and roll LP featuring his favorite rock songs from the 50s. To promote the album, he conducts a telephone interview with 20 rock station radio stations simultaneously. That's just fucking lazy.
Really? I'm not a fan of that record.
So I saw an interview and I forget the guy's name, but he was saying that the Beatles didn't really break up because of Yoko. He thinks and he was kind of in the know. The Beatles broke up because there was a competition, according to this guy, between John and Paul.
Well,
and it was all about the A-sides. Now remember, they would put out singles that wouldn't be on albums.
Right.
Yeah.
So, good example is you have what is it? Penny Lane and I think Revolution. Right? Penny Lane.
Revolution on the other side of Hey Jude, I think.
Either one. Maybe it was Hey Jude. Hey Jude gets the A side.
Yeah.
Chalk went up for Paul. Right? And so it kept going. Paul was getting all these A sides. You know?
In the latter end of the
Strawberry Fields and Penny Lane gets the A side. Right?
Wasn't it a double A side?
I don't know. According to this guy, it was, and if it was a double A, I don't know. Something had to do with McCartney getting and he got the first A. However, it worked out. And so then he said that, he would talk to Lennon. And Lennon's like, and Paul calls me and says he just wrote 10 songs. He goes, now I have to write 10 songs. It was a competition between those two.
Yeah,
Yoko didn't help, but this was this guy's theory.
If he wasn't married, I think they would have broken up. Yeah, the two of them were just on such a diversion, two different courses. It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. Too much talent in one room.
If you look at the period when their manager died, that's when Paul kind of took over.
Yeah.
But I mean, but some of those A sides is kind of hard to deny. I mean, you think about what on the radio, if it's Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields. Penny Lane is a much more up-tempo pop song. Strawberry Fields is great. It's an amazing song. It's just a little different.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing. I mean, I think Lennon wanted out at that point anyway. Maybe Yoko made it easier.
I think Paul was probably wearing him down because Paul was he was a writing machine.
Well, he was, but I watched. That's what I watched Get Back Again, and I was getting irritated watching Lennon during this thing.
Really, I haven't watched it yet. So.
I don't want to give away too much, but I mean, Paul was at a creative peak, and what's he going to do? Not be at his creative peak? He was still in the Beatles.
Is it on Disney Plus?
It's on Disney, yeah.
No, I won't. I canceled Disney
Oh
Plus.
God, here we go again.
Hashtag cancel Disney Plus, people.
Nope. I
Cancel
subscribe,
Disney
and I'm proud
Plus.
of it.
You also subscribe to Rolling Stone magazine.
Oh, I got the new issue.
How does it feel?
I fucking knew it was coming.
As
soon as I said it, I go, yeah.
DJ Khaled is on the cover this month.
Who's that?
DJ Khaled.
Oh,
Who?
Yeah, DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled.
I am from Jersey. I can't pronounce the name.
Yeah. All right, here we go. March 1st, 1975. 17th Annual Grammy Awards. I always like this part. Presented in New York, hosted by Andy Williams. Stevie Wonder's Fulfilling This First finale wins Album of the Year. Olivia Newton-John's I Honestly Love You wins Record of the Year. That was pretty good.
Record of the Year.
See, now I can do an Olivia Newton-John imitation. I'm just building my repertoire.
Sure you can.
Yeah, I can. Sounded just like her. And Barbra Streisand's, this fucking song, The Way We Were, monster. Song of the Year. That was a monster song.
That was huge.
That's still a great song. It's still a great song.
It is.
What movie was it from?
A Star is Born?
Yeah. Wasn't the movie The Way We Were?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. That's a Ryan O'Neal movie.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, thought so. I don't know why you tricked me. You put some COVID voodoo on me for a second there.
It fogs the mind.
Marvin Hamlish wins Best New Artist. March 2nd, 1975, Los Angeles police make a routine traffic stop that turns out to be Paul McCartney and his wife, Linda. Linda is arrested. She took the hit for this one. She's arrested for having 170 to 225 grams. That's a big differential. I was in law enforcement for 32 years. That's a big differential.
Who's operating the scale?
Anywhere between 170 to 220. What are you guessing? 6 to 8 ounces. What do you mean? Like, it's not 6 to 6 1/4 ounces. It's maybe 6 to 6 1/2. No, it's 6 to 8 ounces. We don't know. We're just going to guess. The LAPD. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She had it in her pocketbook. She took the hit for Paul. You know that.
Yeah.
It was weed, though, right?
A good wife. But back then, weed was.
And that's what he got caught with, right?
Yeah.
It was weed.
Weed.
Well, well, he's got a history of that. He got locked up in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
March 21st, 1975, Alice Cooper, now a solo artist, begins this is a great album, Welcome to My Nightmare Tour in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That was his last good album, by the way. The elaborate show is among the largest stage spectacles of the decade. That's what he was known for.
Yep.
Him and Kiss, those big stage shows. And then Styx came along. Welcome to the Grand Illusion.
Nah, that wasn't 75. They did
Just they
Crystal
came
Ball.
along later.
And don't make fun of that album.
Pay attention.
The Tubes.
Don't make me demote you to part-time again. I have that now.
I'm going to be
That
lower
was
than the
another reason
drummer.
I promoted you guys, so I can hold it over your head.
You know, when you're younger, you get a job and you're like, did I really want this job? This guy's a real ass kicker.
Is this like a dishwasher's job?
Oh,
Because I had a few of those.
Yeah.
I want to be in sales.
And start selling the podcast.
I tell people.
I know. March 22nd, 1975, the Eurovision Song Contest, and nobody cared. March 23rd, 1975. You know, I could skip right over that, but I have to say that.
Yeah.
It's become part of the thing now. It's tradition, yeah. March 23rd, 1975, promoter Bill Graham stages the SNACK, SNACK, Students Need Athletics, Culture, and Kicks charity concert at Kezar Stadium in San Francisco, California, to benefit the city's educational system. They can use it today.
I wonder if he was in trouble for something. Usually promoters do that when they get arrested or
right.
Yeah.
When they do something for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than take their money, almost 60,000 people came to see the Grateful Dead, the Doobie Brothers, Santana, Jefferson Starship, Tower of Power, Eddie Palmieri, Joan Baez, Graham Central Station, and Neil Young joined by members of the band, along with a surprise appearance by Bob Dylan. It's the largest benefit concert in history to date.
And there was a cloud of weed over that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. And the powder.
Let's see.
It was mid-70s.
That's true.
March 26th, 1975. March 26th, 1975. The film version of The Who's Tommy premieres in London. Yeah. March 20. What's that?
Love that movie.
Yeah. Very weird when I first saw it. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
two standout characters in the movie. Real quick.
Tina
Lou.
Turner.
Yep.
And then Anne Margaret.
I forgot about her. I'll give you. I have to. Mark, two standouts.
Okay.
Jack Nicholson.
I didn't even know. I don't. What did he play in
He's
there?
the
Wait,
doctor. He played the doctor.
That's, you know who stood out to me? Eric Clapton, because I'm a guitar player. I remember that's Eric. He didn't do
What
anything.
stands out to me is the Acid Queen and Uncle Ernie. Uncle
Ernie, yeah.
yeah.
Keith Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah, it was
With
weird.
the night shirt.
Molested him.
Yeah, and he cracks a couple eggs and drinks the raw eggs,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Now, ever hear the London Symphony Orchestra version of Tommy?
No.
It's the orchestra. It's the same songs they use in orchestra, but they have rock stars of the day were singing the lead parts.
Oh.
Ringo was Uncle Ernie. Steve Winwood was the father. I mean, it was really interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're checking out.
March 29th, 1975, Jeff Beck releases the album Blow by Blow. It's the first album to be released using just his name. April 3rd, 1975, Steve Miller is arrested and charged with setting fire to the clothes and personal effects of a friend, Benita Diorio, and resisting arrest. I can't see Steve Miller really putting up a big fight. He's a little dude, right?
I'm gonna burn you.
He's a big guy.
But he's very calm.
He's a big dude.
Is he Steve Miller?
Yeah.
I thought he was a little dude. I saw him in concert. I don't know. I thought he was
big chunky Texas guy.
All right.
He's from Chicago, though.
He's what?
He's from Chicago.
He's
Steve
from
Miller.
I think he's from Texas.
No, he's born and raised because he has an interview where he talks about the mob and everything early on with the music and everything. Okay. Yeah.
Mark just checked you, Lou.
I don't know if I agree with him though.
Oh, well, Mark, look it up. Here we go. With a break in the action, the score. Lou 1, Mark nothing. We'll be back after these commercials.
Okay, we're both wrong. It's Milwaukee, which isn't far, but it's Milwaukee. In 1950, they relocated to Dallas, but he grew up in and he had a big connection. His dad would have Les Paul over to the house, and Les Paul when he was a kid, but that was all in Milwaukee.
Do you have his height and weight there by chance?
6'4" and 200. No, that's me.
That's you. That's you. You're not Steve Miller.
He does look big because I'm looking at a picture of him holding a Strat, and that's a good sign of someone small. If you see Richie Blackmore with a Strat, the Strat looks humongous on him because he's tiny. And I'm looking at him here. He looks like me with a Strat. He's like enveloping.
Oh, okay. All right.
Big dude.
Let's see. On April 3rd, April 7th, Richie Blackmore plays a final show with Deep Purple in Paris before quitting to form his own group, Rainbow. He went on to invest in spandex pants.
And wigs.
And wizard hats.
And wigs.
Wigs and wizard hats. He went
Seriously, did you ever look at Purple?
Jethro Tull was known to frequent that store.
That's right.
You see pictures of Blackmore in 73. He was going bald. And all of a sudden, when Rainbow was formed, he had this flowing head. Perry brought it out. I didn't even look at that. He's like, he's got a wig. And I'm like, no.
Oh, shit.
And I said, yeah, look at all the pictures. I'm like, his hair just got bigger and bigger.
There's that goes as well. Neil Schoen, you saw, he was going bald in the 80s, and all of a sudden he's got this full head of hair.
Yeah.
That's a hair club for men shit going on right there.
I'm not just a client, I'm the president.
I'm the guitar player.
We got to have hair. What can I say?
April 17th, Cambodia singer-songwriter Sin Siamouth and his pregnant wife are among millions forced out of Phnom Penh by the Khmer Rouge. Khmer Rouge. April 18th, Alice Cooper's first television special, Welcome to My Nightmare. I saw that. The making of a record album airs. April 24th. Well, that's when TV was TV, and there was only 3 channels, and everybody got around the TV, and it was an event. Especially this time of year with Christmas specials. It was an event.
Yeah,
an event. But
and you didn't care that hour-long special was only 40 minutes.
Didn't mind 20 minutes of commercials. April 24th, 1975. Pete Ham, founder of the group Badfinger, is found hanged in his London garage. His death is ruled a suicide. That's a bad luck band right there.
Yep.
That manager fucked them over good. Yeah. He locked them in for life. Like none of those guys could do anything without him getting paid. That scumbag. And then that scumbag tried to cash in on this dude's fucking life insurance.
That's scummy. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And they were on Apple too.
They were on Apple,
Apple had problems as well.
But he said McCartney, McCartney liked them. He wrote one of their first hit. Day After Day, yeah.
No, if you want it.
If you want it, yeah, he wrote that.
Sure.
But they were on their way, and then this manager, I don't know, he put the kibosh and all that. Sign on the dotted line.
I wonder how he felt later years. He caused 2
People
guys
like that
to commit
don't fucking
suicide.
care.
Yeah.
People like that don't care.
Right.
He'll say, I didn't do it. They did it themselves.
They couldn't handle the business.
But Karma is a motherfucker. I'm sure it came back and got him one way or another. Mm-hmm. April 28th, Tom Schneider interviews John Lennon on the Tomorrow Show. He was a good interviewer.
He was.
When Dan Aykroyd would do him,
I said it.
I said it. That's how he laughed. See, I just added that to my repertoire. Look at me building my resume, as my father would say.
And that's an obscure one, too.
Yeah, right.
He had Blue Oyster Cult on his show.
He had a lot of people in that show.
Yeah.
You know what my memories of that show are?
What?
My father would turn the heat down to save money at night. The house would be icy cold. And so if I felt an icy cold house, I knew I was up late, which made me feel cool. And if I made it to that show, I was like, I'm up at 2:00 in the morning. And I was like 8 years old, but it was cool.
Yeah.
You felt like a badass. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it was after the Tonight Show, right?
Yeah.
Tonight, tomorrow.
May 1st, 1975. The Rolling Stones announced their forthcoming North American tour by performing Brown Sugar from the flatbed of a truck on Fifth Avenue in New York City. The occasion was guitarist Ronnie Wood's debut with the band. May 10th, 1975, Stevie Wonder performs before 125,000 people at the Washington Monument as part of Human Kindness Day festivities. June 1st, 1975, the Rolling Stones opened their North American tour in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. June 20th, 1975, Talking Heads performed their first show at CBGB in New York. On June 23rd, again, Alice Cooper falls off the stage during a concert in Vancouver, Canada, breaking 6 ribs. Ouch. Oh, ouch. June 24th, 1975. Gens du Pays, the unofficial national anthem of Quebec. I don't care. Fuck Canada.
No, it's Jen Dupay's. And
Yeah,
don't say
whatever.
fuck Canada. I love Canada.
Fuck. You can have it.
Yeah, I like the mountains.
June 30th, 1975, Cher and Greg Allman are married in Las Vegas in a Las Vegas hotel suite. That same day, the Jackson 5 leave Motown for CBS Records. But the brothers are forced to change their name to the Jacksons because Motown owns the Jackson 5 name. Jermaine Jackson stays with Motown when his brothers break their contracts and leave for CBS. He is replaced by youngest brother, do we remember?
Randy.
Yeah,
Look,
there you go, Lou.
Look, Randy Jackson. See, here's Randy right here. Randy Jackson. Randy Jackson.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's that was he stayed. He thought he was gonna make some money over there. I'm sure Barry Gordy or whoever else said, just stay. You'll be the man.
That worked out.
Yeah. July 4th, 1975. The country was 199 years old at that point. The Texas Senate, the Declaration, however, independence of America. The Texas Senate declares the 4th of July Willie Nelson Day as more than 70,000 fans visit Liberty Hill for the 3rd annual picnic and country rock show headlined by Willie himself. A lot of weed maybe that day. Maybe.
That would be on
Texas.
his property, I believe. And he would just tell everybody, come bring your food. He'd supply whatever they wanted. Like it was his area that he owned a huge property. I believe that's how it worked.
All right.
Sounds cool.
If you hold 70,000 people, that's a big property.
It was a huge, everything in Texas is big. That's a typical backyard,
Yeah. August 4th, 1975, Robert Plant and his wife Maureen are seriously injured in a car accident while vacationing on the Greek island of Rhodes. The immediate future of Led Zeppelin is cast into doubt as Plant will not recover for quite some time.
The devil's curse starting.
Yeah. August 9th, three things happened. 1975, the Bee Gees begin their mid-1970s international comeback with what song? 75.
Jive talking.
Jive
Talking. Yep.
Great
Which
song.
reaches number 1 and goes platinum with sales over $1 million. Let me see. Renato Corazone's comeback concert after 15-year retirement, blah, blah. I don't know. Probably some opera singer. The first Rock Music Awards produced by Don Kirshner held in Los Angeles, co-hosted by Elton John and Diana Ross. John wins outstanding. The fix was in. John wins outstanding rock personality of the year. The fix was in. The Who's film Tommy wins rock movie of the year because there was so many of them.
Yeah.
There was so many rock movies in 75. They had a competition.
Okay, listen, Scott, you caught Lou because I just looked up Renato Corsoni. It says Renato Corsone was an Italian musician. That's all it says about him. But there was a picture of him. You didn't know an Italian musician, Lou?
I did.
Oh, see? He's sick. He's sick.
I'm out of it.
I'm out of it, dude. I'm out of it. August 18th, 1975, Elvis Presley opens his Las Vegas engagement, which ends on the 20th, and performs the second to last rendition of his 1969 record, Suspicious Minds, my favorite Elvis song.
Yeah, great song.
He also performed the 1970 hit The Wonder of You for the final time that year and for the final time in Vegas. August 23rd, 1975, Peter Gabriel leaves Genesis. The best thing that ever happened to them.
And him.
I'm serious. And him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that shit works out. I don't think they would have been as popular with him as the lead singer. I really don't.
He wouldn't have went the
Absolutely
route he
not.
went solo, I don't think. He
Right.
would have stayed artistic, and boy, those years right after he quit, they had some great music.
I just think that pop sound that they kind of went with because he didn't want to go that way. He was all that fucking artistic shit.
And he went commercial too, but Phil Collins went to a more flashy commercial appeal.
Yeah.
And I still love it. I
Much
love
more
everything from
successful
Genesis.
appeal, evidently. Phil Collins way outshined Peter Gabriel.
But there was no rivalry between them.
No,
That's what's really great. And
Yeah.
all those years, they still talk to him. In fact, Phil plays on a couple Peter Gabriel solo albums. Yeah.
I don't think they split. I think it was amicable. It was just like, I need to do my own thing. And the band was probably like, they're not really feeling this fucking art performance shit anymore.
Well, they weren't. I mean, I think they liked the material, but the fact that he was just his theatrics were getting in the way of his vocals.
Yeah.
So some of the shows from Landmines down on Broadway, it would have been interesting to see one of those shows, I would think. But I think there were times you're like, it suffered for all the theatrics.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a flower pot on his
with a dress. That was one of the
yes.
Yeah. September 15th, 1975, Pink Floyd releases their 9th album.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure have. September 29th, 1975, singer Jackie Wilson suffers a massive heart attack while performing on stage in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Yeah. He survives, but never physically recovers. October 3rd, 1975, The Who released their 7th studio album.
Who by numbers, and I've recently appreciated it for the first time in my life. It's a really good album.
Oh, look at you guys with that. I wouldn't have known that.
Single. What was the big song from that?
Mama's Got a Squeeze Box.
Yep. Daddy Never Sleeps at Night.
Goes in and
that actually
out
charted.
and...
That was in
it did.
Top 40. Yeah.
Good song. Good song.
The innuendo is what was funny about that, especially for a kid.
Oh, my church said
in and out.
My church put that on the list. My church was very aware of rock and roll, so they'd say that song must not be listened to. Of course, I listened to
it. Of course.
And I'm like,
they never figure that shit out. When you say don't do it, of course they're gonna do it.
Don't smoke pot.
October 7th, 1975, John Lennon finally wins his battle to stay in the United States after the New York City Court of Appeals overturns Lennon's 1972 deportation order. October 9th, 1975, John Lennon and Yoko Ono become parents of Sean Ono Lennon at 2 a.m. The birth heralds the beginning of John's temporary retirement from the music business as he vows to devote himself to family for the next 5 years, which he didn't do to his first family.
That's right. For sure. No, it's ironic. If he had been deported, he'd be alive maybe today. That's a sad thing. You know?
Also on October 9th, 1970. What's that?
He would have come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
October 9th, 1975, Kiss earns publicity by playing the homecoming dance of Cadillac High School in Cadillac, Michigan.
They weren't that big that year. They were still were they huge then? Were they an arena band yet?
75? When did Destroyer come out?
Oh, Alive. Because Alive.
First album,
Destroyer and then Alive, right? Isn't that how it went?
No, Destroyer came out after Live. The first
after
Alive.
Kiss Alive one. Yeah.
So
that was, let me see, that was around 75, I think.
Alive was 76. Yeah, they were touring big places then because that was recorded at Cobo Hall in Detroit, which is a big arena. Yeah.
October 11th, 1975, Bruce Springsteen appears at the Monmouth Arts Center, Count Basie Theater.
Oh, one of my favorite theaters.
Yeah.
Formerly known as the Carlton Theater.
For the homecoming concert. The Carlton Theater?
Yeah. That's right. I saw Bruce there in July of 75.
Oh, wow. I just have to say hello, Joanne Kozborski. Welcome to the show. She commented in here. I love you, Joanne. I do. I love Joanne. I don't know if there's anyone nicer on Facebook. She's almost too nice to be on Facebook, I think.
Facebook, you better be nice. You better be
well,
nice.
she's corrected. She knows she's grown to accept my language. I know she's not a big fan of it, but I've got to be me. I've got to be me.
That's true.
Yeah, I gotta entertain. That's my style. October 18th, 1975, Simon and Garfunkel reunite on the second ever episode of Saturday Night Live on NBC, performing The Boxer at Scarborough Fair. A new collaboration, My Little Town.
Okay.
And Joanne said she loves me too. Thank you. October
We're all
20th.
warm and fuzzy on the show tonight.
Yeah, well, listen, when Joanne comes on, I get all warm and fuzzy.
Christmas.
Okay, I love Joanne. October 27th, 1975, Bruce Springsteen appears on the covers of both
Time and Newsweek.
There you go. On the same week. October 30th, 1975, Bob Dylan's Rolling Thunder Review tour begins with a concert at Memorial Hall in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
My favorite era of his, that time. That was great.
Plymouth, Massachusetts. Why not the Boston Garden? Like, that's
Because
kind
it's
of a weird-
Dylan. He'll do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. Probably he couldn't sell tickets. November 6th, 1975, the Sex Pistols play their first concert at St. Martin's School of Art in London.
School of Art.
They played in
Yeah.
art school.
Yeah.
Punk.
November 21st, 1975, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, which I am very sick of.
Me too. And
I've been sick of that song for at least 15 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
Goes to number one in the UK, where it remains for 5 weeks of 1975 and 4 weeks into 1976. December 6th, 1975, The Who set the world record for largest indoor concert at the Pontiac Silverdome, attended by how many fans? Yes. Let's do
60,000.
Lou. This is a Price or Right thing.
What kind of venue is this again?
It's the Pontiac Silverdome.
It's a dome? I don't know.
Yeah.
80,000.
You went over 78,000. Mark wins.
Oh.
I won the Pontiac
Price
Silverdome.
or Right lose.
I
Yeah,
know.
Price or Right. Price is Right rules.
But he
You
was
don't know
close.
the Pontiac Silverdome? What a fucking monstrosity that thing was.
Those were
That's where the first
huge.
WrestleMania was.
Ah.
That was the first WrestleMania was in the, and that broke a record. Yeah. December 10th, my brother Mark's birthday. God rest in peace. 1975, the John Denver holiday special, Rocky Mountain Christmas.
I remember that. My sister Stacy
on
was a
ABC.
big John Denver fan.
I love
remember
that show.
watching it.
Years later, his plane would crash into the Rocky Mountains, and that would be it.
Oh, it was California. Crash into the ocean. Come on.
It was a water landing.
Let me have a joke. Stop being so serious. Both of you. Jeez.
We feel now the pressure to be accurate.
Yeah.
As
You're
co-host,
fired.
as
You're
co-host of the
fired.
Milk Crates and Turntables podcast.
December 18th, my birthday. The official breakup of Faces is announced at a London press conference. Rod Stewart will continue his solo career, while Ronnie Wood is widely expected to be announced as an official member of the Rolling Stones in the near future.
Not official.
They had already been broken up, so that was Christmas Eve, 1975. The first issue of Punk magazine is released with a January 1976 cover date. A drawing of Lou Reed is on the cover. Christmas in 1975, bassist Steve Harris forms Iron Maiden,
Oh.
drawing the name from a torture device mentioned in The Man in the Iron Mask.
Do you know what an Iron Maiden is?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
nasty.
mask. It's got the
No,
spikes
it's
in
the
it,
whole
right?
thing, your whole body. They close
Yeah, it's
it
got
on
the
you.
spikes in it. Right?
Okay.
Wow, some nasty shit in the medieval times.
Yeah. And on New Year's Eve, 1975, the fourth annual New Year's Rocking Eve. I like these two. The New Year's Rocking Eve airs on ABC with performances by Average White Band, Melissa Manchester, Freddie Fender, and Neil Sedaka. Not their greatest lineup.
Freddie Fender's great.
I know.
Yeah.
Because when we get behind closed doors.
No, that was
Oh, that wasn't Freddie
Charlie
Fender.
Rich.
That was Charlie Rich. Yeah.
You're thinking I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.
Before the next teardrop falls. Yeah.
Great song.
Happiness.
What the fuck kind of New Year's Eve is that? What is that?
Who's
They said a depressing song like that on New Year's Eve. I said not the best lineup ever. And Melissa Manchester, she wasn't even like she was like a nobody in '75. Right?
Average white band had them dancing though. You know?
Wasted days and wasted nights.
There you go. Wasted days. Yeah, he had that kind of twangy. Yeah. No, Melissa Manchester she was popular then. I don't want to put her down.
What did she sing?
Melissa Manchester?
Don't cry out loud. I think that was her. Right?
Yeah. She's a redhead, huh?
I think it was a brunette. I think she was a brunette.
Let's see.
Not bad either.
Also on New Year's Eve, Elvis Presley performs before the biggest audience of his career at
Vegas.
No, the biggest audience.
That dome you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that dome, Lucy.
Are you serious?
Dome. If you're a sports fan, you know what the Pontiac Silverdome is.
The COVID dome.
Yeah. Performs before the largest, his biggest audience of his career at the Pontiac Silverdome.
I don't think of Elvis Presley playing in an arena or a stadium. Like that's more modern for him.
Nailed it.
During the show, Elvis rips his pants on stage. That was the beginning of Fat Elvis.
That's
the beginning of Taut Elvis.
Banana
Taut
peanut butter
Elvis.
doesn't do good for you.
Yeah.
Remember Eddie Murphy's impersonation of him on stage in Vegas?
No.
Oh, he's passing gas, just making all those karate moves and letting loose.
Let's see. Also in 1975, I always love these. Also, it's like thrown in. It's like we already did the list. We didn't get it in, so we're just going to throw it in at the end. Billy Davis Jr. and the very hot, beautiful 80s hottie, 70s hottie, even an 80s hottie, host of Solid Gold, Marilyn McCoo.
Oh yeah.
Leave the fifth dimension and start solo careers.
She might be my first or second crush I ever had
She was a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Is she still alive?
Yes, she is.
She's probably.
She's in her 70s. Her and Billy Davis Jr.
Yeah, she still looks good. I'm looking at a picture. She still looks good. Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
And not only that, one of the most purest voices ever.
Yeah. Won't you marry me, Bill?
Yeah.
Right. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Fifth Dimension. What's your thoughts on them, Lou?
Love them.
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely love them.
But they were one of those bands, just like we had in the 80s. It's just a 70s band. They weren't anything spectacular. They had hits, right? Kind of like Culture Club. They were popular in the 80s.
They could have done it. Well, they didn't have a TV show. Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. had a TV show.
They had a TV show, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
But they were. They were considered pop, middle of the road. They weren't, hippie.
Yeah.
But, Aquarius and stuff.
Aquarius and Up and Away, and
they were great singers. But they had that songwriting. Those songwriters behind them.
And they had the big black guy looked like Rosie Greer.
He did. That's right.
I'm looking at a picture of him right now. Yeah, he is big.
Like Rosie Greer. That's a big.
Does he have another head on his shoulder?
I don't know. He's a big dude. He's a big boy.
With Rosie Greer.
They have a song called. Do you know the song "Sweet Blindness"? Sweet Blindness. Drinking my daddy's wine. It's kind of a little obscure hit of theirs. It's a really cool song.
Okay. All right. Also in 1975, the Ramones signed to Sire Records.
Bubblegum band. They were bubblegum pop.
Let me see. First release and the band played Waltzing Matilda by John Curry on Australian label M7.
I like Tom Waits' version.
Waltzing Matilda.
Yeah,
Lou does it great. The COVID voice.
All right, let me scroll through bands that were formed in 1975. Air Supply.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right?
75.
Yeah, the
They weren't an
Babies.
overnight success. The
Babies, right? That's with, what's his name?
Jonathan
Waite.
Cain. And Jonathan Cain, too. Yeah.
Again, a band that formed and I'm sure was short-lived. Big Balls and the Great White Idiot was formed in 1975.
You get the shit.
I'm looking at it.
Who's Big Balls?
I don't know. Who's the Great White Idiot?
I'd rather
Me.
do that than Big Balls.
As according to Jack, that's me.
I think they were from
Why
Park
has he
Ridge.
got to be white?
I think they're from Park Ridge, New Jersey, Lou. It's you.
The Boomtown Rats were formed in 1975. The Brothers Johnson.
Great.
Brothers Johnson
They're
started
great.
in 75. What do we got here in the C's? Nothing really there. Let's go to
Iron Maiden
D's.
formed.
Will you let me do my? You want to just take over, and now that you're full time, and
Right.
like, are you gonna just let me
Coup attempt here.
cutting me off?
That was when I mentioned Iron Maiden before, but the Wi-Fi is not working. It just came out.
Yeah, another group that probably was short-lived. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Yeah,
Hey,
sure,
wait a minute.
sure.
I've heard of them.
Oh, have you? No, you haven't.
Yeah, it might have been some kind of weird off-television goof thing. They popped up somewhere. I've heard that name though. Well,
I don't know. Well, a Boston band. This was a local, one of those bands that everybody went to see. The Fools were formed in 1975. What else do we have? Who was born in 1975? The Heartbreakers, but not Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Johnny Thunders from the New York Dolls.
Yeah.
The Heartbreakers. Iron Maiden. Happy now, Mark?
Yeah, I'm not
Are
saying
you happy now? Hey, Mark, you'll like this one. The Jerry Garcia Band was formed in 1975.
Really? I thought
They
you were
were.
playing with them doing that earlier. Wow. Oh, that's when
Yeah.
they split up temporarily. Yeah.
Crocus, who I saw
my
back
God.
up Def Leppard at the Cape Cod Coliseum when Def Leppard first broke big in the States. Crocus.
75?
Yeah, they
Wow.
were formed in 75.
They're still together.
Jesus.
They're Swiss.
I'm sure that can't be the same incarnation. It's probably just like the guitar tech is the
Yeah.
guy that's left over. He carries on the name.
hopefully the singer is because he looked like Eugene Levy.
Yeah.
Yes. You're sporting the Swiss afro.
He did have that weird kind of afro hair.
The Little River Band was formed in 1975.
I lost.
Yeah.
Elliot.
What do we have? Miami Sound Machine
Yeah.
formed in 1975, which works right into the beginning of the 80s. Okay, so they sharpened their teeth out there and
Get some clubs.
yeah. And Flirting with Disaster.
Danny
Molly
Joe
Hatchet.
Brown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Molly Hatchet.
Maybe my least favorite southern rock band of all time.
Molly Hatchet.
I never liked them.
Motorhead was formed in 75. Seems weird, right?
Seems like it's been around since like '69 or something.
Well, Lemmy was with
Hawkwind.
Hawkwind. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. No, nothing there.
Ooh. I have a list and I see something interesting.
What?
What letter are you up to?
R.
In the P's, I see Pierre Ubu. I don't know much about him, but that's a long time ago.
It's fucking weird. That's a weird band.
Yeah.
They're from Cleveland, I think, or Akron.
Okay.
All right.
They're contemporaries of Devo. That's a weird. They have a weird sound.
I have one of their CDs.
Perry did, on one of Perry's plays on Spotify. He did a Perry Ubu song last time.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah,
You guys do go obscure.
This
That's
is-
why I
deep.
love you. That's
We
why I
go
love
deep.
you guys.
I had one of their albums. I'm like, I didn't dig it, but they paid for originality.
No one goes deeper than Music Relish.
Hey, no doubt about that. You'll get no argument from the Milk Crates and Turntables show. The Richie family was formed in 1975. The Runaways formed in 1975. The Ruddles
The Ruddles.
Ruddles.
formed in 1975. The Saturday Night Live Band was formed in 1975.
Okay.
Yep. The aforementioned Sex Pistols were formed in 1975. Shalimar formed in 1975. The Soul Train Gang was formed in 1975.
Is that a band or are they dancers?
It's a band, evidently. Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes was formed in 75.
Yes. Asbury Park, New Jersey.
Yeah. What are we up to now?
Talking
Heads. Talking Heads were formed in 1975. Another probably short-lived band, Throbbing Gristle.
That's a great name.
Was formed
that
in
is
75.
That's one of the great band names of all time. They might have
Throbbing Gristle.
I think Throbbing Gristle hung around for a long time, actually.
Did they really?
I think so.
Let me see.
I don't know what the genre is.
Let me see. We're an English music and visual arts group formed in Kingston upon Hull by Genesis being Cozy for Fanny Tootie. What's this? By Genesis P. Orridge and Cozy Fanny Tootie. Later played by Peter Sleazy Christopherson and Chris Carter. They were widely regarded as pioneers of industrial music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Throbbing Gristle.
Triumph was formed in 1975. Yeah.
They were not long after Rush. They came like a matter of 4 years after Rush.
Yeah. White Spirit. No, wait a minute. And finally, oh shit. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. No.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Yeah. Zebra was formed in 1975 as Mark points at the album up on his wall in his background for all you podcast listeners. Live stream watchers. Yeah.
A true multi area, whatever you want to call band, because they were from New Orleans and Long Island. That's what's amazing about them. They have two hometowns.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Bands that broke up in 1975. Alice Cooper Band broke up in 75. Hence, Welcome to My Nightmare, Alice Cooper. Badfinger broke up. I think we figured out why.
By death.
They break up by death.
Really? I mean, Jesus.
It really was. Yeah.
Terrible.
Can't be more subtle than that.
Nope. Let's see. Who else broke up in 75?
Oh, man. Ball and Jack broke up. Darn it.
Who?
I think I see something that potentially a ripoff later on. Chili Willy and the Red Hot Peppers broke up in 75. What? Chili Willy and the Red Hot Peppers. So take the Willy out, move the chili. You have the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Those fuckers. Now I don't like them that much more. They stole their name. Gives me more reason to not like them.
I hear you.
That's bullshit.
Chili
the Electric Eels. You ever hear of the Electric Eels?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elf broke up.
That was Ron Jim Dio.
That was Dio. Yeah. He was an elf without a band. At that
Richie Blackmore broke him up.
Again, the aforementioned Faces broke up in 75. The 5-man electrical band. I don't know. The Guess Who broke up in 75.
They're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know.
Huh?
They're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That might be a tough get.
Nah.
Well, Carly Simon's in there, so what does that tell you? The Go-Go's are in there, but the Guess Who isn't in there, right?
Yeah. In America.
Humble Pie broke up in 75.
Too bad.
Right?
Too bad one. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm looking for a Mighty Kong. That's a stupid name. The Mothers of Invention broke up in 75. Thank God.
Well, that wasn't Frank Zappa. They continued on without him.
They're fucking horrible with him.
I have
horrible without him, and he was even worse solo. Overrated, if you ask me.
I'm with you, Scott. I've tried so hard. So many people have tried to convert me, and I'm always open-minded.
I am too.
A couple songs. I like Cosmic Debris. Yeah.
I've had people say to me, "Get me into Zappa," and I say, "Nope, I'm not going to try." It's you like them or you don't. I don't expect anyone to listen to
I don't get it. I just don't get the offbeat. The you know what? That is absolute 100% purified white boy music. There is no black guy on the planet, or black girl on the planet, or Latino, or Filipino, or Asian that would listen to Frank Zappa without going, "What the fuck?"
But then look at his band members. He had Billy Cobham.
You know those I don't care.
Yeah,
you know the reaction videos that you see on YouTube That you get the black guy or the two black kids or the black girls, and then they put on like Led Zeppelin "Whole Lot of Love" for the first time they ever hear it, and they're like, you put that shit on, right? You put a Frank Zappa song on, and you're gonna get a lot of what the fuck,
So
and
you're saying
95% of white people.
Audience.
Yeah.
And 95% of white people say, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck, dude?
It's true.
Shit, man.
What the fuck, dude? What am I listening to here?
You just made me curse.
Fuckers. Put this shit in my ears.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Well, I'm a white guy.
That was a good white guy person.
I'm a white guy. You fuckers.
God damn it.
God damn you. Let me see. Who else broke up in 75? Raspberries. The Raspberries broke up in 75. Okay, wait. Marie Martin just is coming. Since I was just listening to car radio and Band on the Run lyrics are running through my mind, can we incorporate 1975 Grammy albums of the year? We might be able to pull that off. Let's see. Once I get done with this, we'll go off. Well, it's not really a script, but so the Raspberries broke up, right? They sang "Go All the Way," right?
Yeah.
Yep. Great riff.
Oh yeah.
Great riff. Great song actually.
They never caught on.
Steelers Wheel broke up in 75.
Poor Jerry Rafferty.
And I always give the last group in the list, Wizard, broke up in 75. English rock band formed by Roy Wood. That's Ron's untalented brother.
Now you know who Roy Wood is.
Yeah. Co-founder of VLO. Yep.
Yeah. Left him.
The Guinness Book of World Record, Guinness Book of 500 numbers, one hit states, whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. All right, so let's see. Let me get rid of this. Marie, let's see.
I found it.
You got the Grammy albums?
The nominees. There was only one album of the year, obviously.
Okay.
Stevie Wonder fulfilling this first final lyrics. It says lyrics after it. Fulfilling this is first finale. Elton John, Carabo. John Denver, Back Home Again. Joni Mitchell, Court and Spark. And Paul McCartney and the Wings, Band on the Run. You know who won?
Wasn't Paul McCartney and Wings.
No. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, yeah.
Band on the Run came out in 73.
Yeah, well, it was a nominee in 75.
Was it re-released?
Interesting.
I have a Wings album on my listing of 70 albums in 75 here. Venus of Mars came out in 75. Yeah.
All right.
It was nominated that year, though.
Yeah.
Huh.
See, yes, 73.
Yeah.
It says.
Where's our bot?
I think Marie is lobbying to try to come on the show one day.
Yeah.
Should we have a girl in the club?
Sure.
Would we want a girl?
You seem really cool with her. You seem really cool.
Isn't this the He-Man Woman Haters Club, though? Isn't this the no girls allowed?
A loser. I don't hate anybody. I'm just.
She bring cooties to the club.
Is this like when Stevie Nicks tried to force her way into the Heartbreakers? Tom Petty had to say,
maybe we'll bring her on, and if she wants to do a live stream, maybe I'll bring her on. She's into it.
She'd be like Carol Kay in the Wrecking Crew.
Listen, Alfalfa, we're the He-Man Womanators Club. We don't let no girls in here.
Can we still swear and stuff like that?
We might bring her in just so she can sit in and just make comments.
I think it would be great.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe Maria, are you up for coming on a live stream for fucking 2 hours and putting up with us? You're invited. Just sit back, relax, and just comment. Make girl comments.
Oh God.
We'll get the female perspective. Next thing you know, it's like Adam and the Ants. You guys oust me, right? And replace Adam Ant with Marie Martin. Now she's the host of the goddamn Milk Crates and Turntables. Yep. I just want to say, give it all away to a registered charity. All I need is a pint a day. Let's talk.
If I ever get out of here.
Sure. You can drink a pint during the show. I don't care.
I drink wine. Yellow Gray tail wine or whatever.
If you want to come on. So when are we doing the Christmas show, by the way? So next week is what?
The week before Christmas.
It's the week. So like next week is the Christmas show.
Christmas Eve is Sunday.
Yeah. So we're going to do, Lou, are you going to be available next week for a Christmas show?
I don't know what's going on. I have 2 shows. Well, this Thursday is out.
What about Wednesday?
Wednesday, I think, should be good.
All right.
Oh, this is real exciting for
We got to get a Christmas show in.
Yeah. Wednesday, so what about Wednesday? Might be better.
Friday?
I mean, I already have a I already have like a backdrop. Look, Christmas backdrop.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I see a tail.
I got this. Right.
I see a beard.
Yeah.
What's a psychological test?
I get a lot of lights here.
I like that one. I like the lights.
Background.
I see LSD.
I like this one. Right?
That's
Like snowflakes. This is Mark. Mark likes all the snowflakes. So, you know.
Yeah, that's it for me.
You know, because no 2 snowflakes.
Alpha male snowflake fucker.
Then we got this one with a nice snowman right there. Right.
That's like The Shining.
Yeah. So let's do a Christmas show. Make a good effort for Wednesday night, Lou.
Okay.
All right.
If not Wednesday, are you
I'm behind.
Friday?
I'm behind on preparations for the. I'll make it.
Okay.
Make it for Wednesday?
Yeah.
Maybe
All right.
we just do an hour, like if you're really busy, you know?
No, I have to. I'm behind on rehearsal for these, but yeah. We can talk. But I think
You're a pro. You're a pro.
I can do it.
You can do it.
I just hope the monitor works.
Oh, jeez.
I saw him have monitor problems this Sunday.
Yeah, we didn't have an episode last week because Mark's computer shit the bed. Lou was sick, and I was like, I got guests in town, and it's coming in the next day, and it was like all roads just led to no show last week. Yeah. Yeah. And as Jack would say, in the 7 people that listen were disappointed. Let's jump into movies. Let's take a break and go to movies from 75.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll start off with Salo, or 120 Days of Sodom. World War II Italy, 4 fascist libertines round up 9 adolescent boys and girls and subject them to 120 days of physical, mental, and sexual torture. That was a movie. That was a movie in 75.
1975.
Yeah.
That would have been a European movie.
Did you have to wear an overcoat when you saw that in the theater?
I don't know.
Rubber
But
nose
that was a
glasses
movie.
so
I thought we'd
neighbors
start off really kind of we'll bottom out right from the beginning. We can only go up from this point. So can only go up.
Okay.
All right, Mark.
Oh, our favorite Karen Black, Trilogy of Terror.
Ooh, made one of the best made for TV movies. But everyone only remembers that one part of the trilogy.
A Twiggy thing.
The doll. The doll. That's all they remember is the doll.
Yeah.
And her teeth at the end when she
iconic. Yeah, when she squats down in front of the door with the butcher knife and just starts stabbing the floor.
Yeah.
She calls her mother. You don't see her face or anything. Yeah, Mom, you can come over now.
Did you
Then
ever
she
hear
squats and she does the Filipino squat. That's what they call the Filipino squat. They can squat down. Their butt can touch the ground. Their knees are still bent. It's amazing.
And the director said they didn't plan that. He didn't like. She did that all herself. That whole.
Wow, that's why it was so great.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Lou.
In honor of the late Ryan O'Neal, the movie Barry Lyndon.
Barry Lyndon. Wow. Yeah.
Directed by Stanley Kubrick. Did you ever see it?
I'm sure I did.
Interesting. He plays this like kind of a rogue that's trying to marry into high society. But what's cool about the movie was that they used all candlelight, all the indoors. They didn't use any like natural. It was all lighting that would have happened.
That's Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah,
1975.
Man. The biggie.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark.
My memories of 1970s New York with the smell of leaded gas and urine in the phone booth. My father took me to radio.
You mean the today?
Nah,
Today's New York.
it was far worse in the 70s.
Oh, I don't
My
know.
father took me to Radio City Music Hall to see a movie. We saw the Sunshine Boys.
Oh, George Burns and
Walter Matthau.
Walter Matthau.
I don't know what possessed him. We didn't have much money, but it was one day he said, "I'm going to take you to the city to see a movie." We could have seen it in Westwood. We could have. It was an experience I'll never forget.
Yep. Lou?
You go in the tank. The cage goes in the water.
Yeah.
Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Voted the #1 horror, most scariest movie ever.
Really?
Oh, dude.
It
That
ruined
movie
me
scared
for-
a generation of
sure it
children and adults
It did.
from
Don't go
going
back.
to this day.
I can't
People
swim in the
still
ocean. Yeah.
have. I mean, that movie is the scariest movie ever made.
I think Night of the Living Dead is the scariest.
I don't know. I mean, that's good. This is a psychological scare.
Oh, yeah.
This is an imprint.
We're
this
not,
is literally
we're not natural-
an imprint on your brain.
The ocean is
so
not
much
our
fun.
environment, so it's the deep, dark ocean. That's what's scary about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And even though that was 75, the technology, I watched it recently. It's still really good.
Absolutely. It's
I mean,
really
they did a
good.
hell of a job with that shark.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then they tried to capitalize on it with The Deep. And the only thing good about The Deep was Jacqueline Bisset in the t-shirt with no bra, the wet t-shirt and no bra.
Indeed.
She was a hammer.
Yeah, she was.
Jacqueline
remember,
Bisset was a hammer.
Do you
What?
remember Orca? That was another one.
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah.
With
yeah.
Richard Harris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also spawned a landlocked one called Grizzly.
Oh, good.
That was that was a terrible
Landlocked.
movie.
Look at Lou using landlocked. Probably one of the funniest movies ever made. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound, right? That's one of those epic. The fucking dude, it was what's his name? Who's the guy that did all the cartoons for Monty Python?
Terry Gilliam.
Yeah.
Terry Gilliam with the fucking coconuts.
Then you had to do this.
I
too.
just thought that was the funniest fucking thing. And then and John Cleese, running like he's on a horse. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Shit that the woke crowd will never let happen today.
Oh no. I'm
that
woke.
thing would get
I like it.
canceled.
Yeah, right.
Well, you like it, but Mark?
Corny. Devil's Reign. Remember that with
Ernest Borgnine.
Yes.
Ernest Borgnine.
They all
right?
melted. He was good in his role. He looked good
Crazy.
as a
Yeah.
Satanist. Yeah.
Devil's Reign.
He's an Oscar winner, best actor, Oscar winner.
Wasn't that one of those movies? I believe so. You had Mark of the Devil, right? That came out, and I don't think that was 75. It might have been a year earlier, or whatever. But Mark of the Devil was one of those barf bag. They gave out barf bags at the front door, and the big scene was when they ripped the guy's tongue out of his mouth, right?
Yeah.
And then the Devil's Reign comes along, and there was some crazy hype to that one too.
Satanic movies were huge in the 70s. There was this thing about the Omen, all of them,
What about all the Devil's Triangles movies that came out? There was a bunch. There was like TV. There was a few Devil's Triangles because that was a thing, right?
Yeah.
The Devil's Triangle. Let's see. Poltergeist, was that 75?
No, it was 80s.
Yeah. What did you say, Lou?
That's late 70s, early 80s, I think.
No, what was did you give a movie?
No. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep.
Based on a true story.
Yes. John Cazale again.
Yeah.
Right? Was that his name? No, was it
John Cazale, yeah.
John Cazale? Yeah.
Yep. Every movie he was in,
Great
Best
movie.
Picture.
Great movie. Yeah. Great
Deer
actor.
Hunter. Deer Hunter,
Great
right?
actor,
He was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was his last movie.
Yep.
Yeah, he died young.
Movie that started off as an absolute flop, but became an absolute, probably the #1 cult movie of all time. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Mm.
Was released as a real, they thought it had theatrical release, and it's fucking bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute bomb. And then someone played it at a midnight movie somewhere, probably like New Jersey. I actually saw it in New Jersey. I saw it in New Jersey.
You
Yeah.
were in
There was a
Jersey?
theater.
I went to New Jersey to visit this girl that I went to school with, right? Went to college with.
What town?
And we went in there. It was another girl and myself and her and maybe one of her friends. And we went into this theater, and I was fucking absolutely out of my mind, drunk, right? And just tormenting the whole theater, right? In this small town, New Jersey. It might have been somewhere around Cherry Hill or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Nice. And at one point, when you have to have the squirt guns, like the squirt guns, and you need the umbrella.
First.
These motherfuckers got a bucket of water and threw it at me in the theater, in my seats. Oh, it was just chaos, but it was fun. It wasn't like, fights. It was just absolute. I brought a whole element to that thing because the same people go every week, right?
Yeah.
It's like a club. I went in there and I was rip roaring that place up. Oh, good times at the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
There was a theater
in New
near us.
Jersey.
There was the midnight showings of it.
That's it. Someone did it. Yeah. Someone had a midnight showing and it just caught on.
Yeah.
And it
became
just
a thing at this theater. I mean, what if that was the same place?
Yeah, I don't know. This theater was showing it every Saturday night. Midnight.
There were two movies that were known for midnight showings. That and Song Remains the Same. That was always midnight showings when I was growing up in the 80s.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Mark?
A sequel, French Connection 2, where he takes heroin.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Popeye shooting up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's one of those movies I just kind of
Really? I loved him.
So Marie Martin said she went to see it at 441 in Hollywood Boulevard. Oh shit, that was where I used to live in Hollywood. Yeah.
You used to live in Hollywood?
I used to live in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, I think.
Okay.
California. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Lou?
The Liz Tomania.
Yeah.
Roger Daltrey. It was directed by Ken Russell that directed Tommy. It's a kind of a rock and roll take on the classical composer Franz Liszt.
And Rick Wakeman composed the music.
What's that?
Yeah.
Rick Wakeman was the composer. And the music. Yeah.
The Eiger Sanction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark?
The Apple Dumpling Gang.
Andy. Don
Knotts.
Don
Knotts, yeah.
Yeah. Was Don Knotts was in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lou?
The Man Who Would Be King.
Oh, okay. All right. 3 Days of the Condor.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sidney Pollack.
Mark?
I didn't see this, but I thought the title was great. If you don't stop it, you'll go blind, and it's available on Hulu. I'm going to watch it. They said it was hilarious. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. Lou?
Rollerball.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Jonathan. They tried to do a remake of that.
Oh, it's horrible.
I know.
Womp, 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 womp. You can't replace James Caan.
Come on. No. Why
idiots today. There's no talent. There's no originality
It's
in
cheap
Hollywood.
to remake a movie. That's why they do it.
No comedy.
They actually, the one I'm about to say, they did a remake. It wasn't as good as the original because the original had kind of a that 70s grindhouse kind of way it was filmed.
It's cool.
Death Race 2000.
Yeah.
With David Carradine. Do you remember the character he played in the movie?
Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And the Sylvester Stallone was in it.
Yeah. They did a Death Race 2000 remake, I think, with what's his name?
Tom Hardy.
The English guy.
Tom Hardy.
Was it Tom? No, was it Tom Hardy or was it
Jason Statham? Right.
Jason Statham. Yeah. I kind of liked the remake to that.
It was okay. Yeah.
It's a pretty hard, but Death Race 2000, the original was that's. I might actually watch that again.
The scene that I liked and I remember is you have to kill people to get points. So Sylvester Stallone goes in front of the nursing home and you see all these old people flying up in the air.
Yeah, he drives right up into the right up to the front door. He's just
I wish I remember his character. He was like a gangster. He was like a mafia guy.
mowing them down. Yeah. Mark?
Cooley High.
Damn,
Cooley High. Yeah. All right.
Who was in Cooley High?
Jesus.
SNL cast member.
Who?
Eric Morris.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing it. I don't remember who's in it. I remember watching it.
Used to see it on late night Sunday night television. But Glenn Thurman, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, he was Washington and Welcome Back, Kotter. It was a coming story, like they were like upper Harlem high school kids. Good movie though.
Lou,
I got one in of a similar vein. Cornbread Earl and Me, Lawrence Fishburne's first movie. Another coming of age story. Urban kids.
So this movie is an absolute. I might have to watch this one. Russ Meyer's Super Vixens. Russ Myers, for those that don't know who Russ Myers is, the king of the gigantic boobs movies. Every girl, he had an obsession with large breasts, and Super Vixens is an absolute Russ Meyer. I was just watching the preview as you guys are talking. I'm like, yeah, there's no lacking in that one. It's rated X though, but for back then, no one under 17 admitted.
Wow.
I just think there was just too much breastises.
It was good.
Yeah. Super Vixens. Hey now.
Hey now.
Mark?
Hard Times. James Coburn and Charles Bronson.
Oh yeah.
Walter Hill.
That was a good one.
Great Walter Hill. Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. Lou?
The Yakuza. Another Sidney Pollack movie. Robert Mitchum, one of his last big starring roles. And Ken Takakura. Apparently, it's gotten some cult classics. It did get rated well when it first came out. Nobody saw it. But he plays a detective going over to Japan to deal with the Japanese gangsters. But it sounds
Robert
like
Mitchum is such an underrated actor.
Yeah. Hollywood bad boy.
Bizarre though. He could play some crazy parts. What was the
Cape Fear.
Cape Fear.
Yeah, he's cold, man.
That was fucking he was crazy in that one.
That's a movie that I think both are really, really good.
Yeah. De Niro did a good job at it too. Yeah, but
and he was in the remake.
The way it was filmed though, Cape Fear, with Robert Mitchum was just really creepy.
Yeah.
Black and white, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So this movie was released in 1975, but had a rebirth in the early 1980s, and it was Don Johnson's first movie, A Boy and His Dog.
Yeah.
Right. About a guy in a post-apocalyptic world where dogs can smell females. And he had a dog, and the dog talked. And have you ever seen it, Mark?
No.
And then at one point he gets brought down. He gets. I won't tell you. You got to see it. But he finds it takes a twist. There's a twist in the plot, and it's pretty. But it's really kind of a interesting movie. But because of Miami Vice and Don Johnson, and they were like, oh, let's re-release this. So it kind of came out again and had a resurgence.
Did you know Don Johnson wrote a couple songs with the Allman Brothers? He was more before acting. He was really into music. He's credited on a couple albums. Yeah.
Okay.
Did he write his solo hit "Heartbeat"?
I don't know.
Remember the album he put out when Miami Vice came out?
All right, Mark, give me a movie.
Terror of Mechagodzilla. That was the first
one.
Godzilla movie I actually saw in a theater. I went to the Westwood Pascack Theater and watched it.
Have you seen? I had my wife watch Shin Godzilla. I watched it again with her. Have you watched Shin Godzilla yet?
Is that recent?
No, Shin Godzilla came out in 2016. Probably the best Godzilla movie ever made.
I'm writing it down.
Shin Godzilla. It might be another name, but you'll know it by the cover.
Okay.
Or the thing. But now I'm going to go see it this weekend. It's Godzilla -1. It's supposed to be close to Shin Godzilla as far as quality. Some say it's the best Godzilla movie made, or it's the best Godzilla movie made since Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
Toho does not fuck around when it comes to Godzilla.
No.
And they will never release that property. No one will ever get it out of their hands.
Yeah.
Godzilla is timeless. That's my favorite, by the way. Godzilla is my favorite. I love Kong, but Godzilla's that's my guy.
They made so many movies, and aside from the one where the kid dreamed the whole movie, that one was a letdown. But all the others I loved,
Yeah. Lou?
The Happy Hooker.
Yeah.
Lynn Redgrave. Remember that book?
I do remember the book. I don't think I read it, but I remember it was a book.
It was like a 70s household book. You
know?
Yeah. I don't even know what it was about. It was really happy.
Nashville.
Yeah.
Nashville came out in 75. That was a good movie. Mark?
Adios Amigos with Richard Pryor and Fred Williamson.
Fred the Hammer Williamson.
Fred the Hammer. That's right.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, they're right. All right, let's do another round and then we'll move on. After Lou.
The Stepford Wives. The original one.
Oh, the original one. Yeah. Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy. All right, last round. Ilsa, she-wolf of the SS. You ever see the Ilsa movies?
No.
Ilsa is an evil Nazi warden at a death camp that conducts medical experiments. Ilsa's goal is to prove women can withstand more pain and suffering than men, and therefore should be allowed to fight on the front lines. It was a feminist movie, if I ever saw one.
Yeah.
And Ilsa is banging. I'm going to tell you that. Look, I'm not all about that garb, the Nazi, but on Ilsa,
that's not one of your fetishes.
No, but on Ilsa, I gotta say, she wears it well.
Okay,
write it down, Mark.
Okay,
Ilsa, she-wolf of the SS.
I'm actually taking a whole week off the week of Christmas, and I'm going to watch movies because I can't do anything else. I can't walk.
All right, give me one more, Mark.
I'm going to go with another Karen Black movie from 1975, Nashville, directed by Robert Altman.
Oh, didn't I just say? I just said Nashville. If you were listening to me instead of ignoring me, he gets the co-host gig, and now he really does turn into Jack.
Do you notice I listen though?
I know you do, Lou.
I got one for you. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Come on, man.
You're such an asshole.
I'm out. I have no more.
You're
I'm like
such an asshole. Then I'll pick one for you. Shampoo.
Yeah.
With Warren Beatty.
Carrie Fisher was in that.
Yeah. All right, Lou, one more.
Tommy. We talked about it earlier. How about the
Oh, Lou wasn't listening. See, he said Tommy.
Well, that was mentioned before. We didn't say movies official. It was in reference to what happened in 1975. I got another one if you want.
Yeah, one more.
Mahogany.
Diana Ross.
Yep.
And Billy
Do
D.
you
Williams.
know when I'm going through?
Another big
like
song.
Me? It's a good song.
Yeah.
Emmanuelle too.
Ooh.
After 2 months of separation, Emmanuelle must find her husband Jean in Hong Kong. She goes there by boat. Once in Thailand, she finds her husband Jean and meets Christopher, a mysterious airplane pilot. At a dinner, she also meets Laura, Jean's mistress, and her troubling stepdaughter, Anna Marie. She proceeds to have several extramarital affairs with all of them.
No,
I should do movie.
You know what you should do when people call the movie theater to see the show times? Oh wait, Kramer did that.
Kramer did that. Yeah.
Now,
Kramer, is that you?
One of those Emmanuel movies, weren't they shown like on Cinemax in the early 80s?
Yeah, the blur, Like if you didn't have to pay, you're the kid that fucking tried to jiggle the antenna, and every once in a while someone found a hack and you could kind of get it. But while you're watching it all jiggly, you see the boob warping. The boobs are warped. They're looking Mark's like, we all know that. I mean, there's no secret here. We all know secret here. And you're trying to watch it on sex, and it's like it's all warped and jiggly, and yeah. Then you see the guy schlong. You're like,
wait a minute.
Wait,
that wasn't supposed to happen.
What's that? Ooh.
Oh, that's not a
take
boob.
a shower.
That's not a boob.
You remember the Odd Couple TV series, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the actress that played Nancy Cunningham, Oscar's doctor girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. I saw this public television thing. This was on Channel 13 out of New York, and she goes into the bathroom and she gets off on the faucet. But I was like 13. I was like flipping through. It was like on Sunday night. I'm like, Wait, that's Dr. Cunningham. I'm like, she's naked.
She's
And she's
naked.
in the tub.
You know what, Lou? The first sex I ever saw in a movie was on PBS.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
God
Jesus.
bless public television.
All right.
Yeah.
My first time I saw a nude woman on a movie was Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
Oh, wow.
And Jeff Bridges is working in a woman's yard. She comes to the glass door totally naked.
I think the first time I saw a naked girl in a movie was, I think it was a Hammer film, a Vampire Circus or something like that. Oh, the Hammer girls.
Yeah.
They're like Russ Meyer girls.
They got nude?
Ooh. They had, there were boobs flying everywhere. Every once in a while, you saw the fuzzy on the ground every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the 70s.
Yeah, it was the 70s. It was Hammer. It was Hammer Films.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into top 10 this week in 1975.
5.
Moving right along here.
I started high school in 75.
Yeah, number 10 this week in 1975, Fox on the Run by Sweet.
Great song.
Good song.
Yeah. Don't want to know your name. Yeah. Heavy song.
They did, they had that vocal thing before. Well, they guys like before Queen, maybe.
Yeah.
Stacked, operatic.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Yep. It all comes out in Fox on the Run.
Yeah.
See, I hit that note. See
That was good.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm the lead singer. I got
Be in
skills.
triumph.
I got a lot. My hand would explode.
Boom.
Yeah. Number 9 this week in 1975. Simon and Garfunkel's "My Little Town."
After they debuted it on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Number 8 this week in 1975. Theme from Mahogany. You know where you're going to. Yeah. That's what. Mahogany. Okay. Number 7 this week in 1975. Nights on Broadway. The Bee Gees.
Great song.
Right. This is the year they started their kind of. They made their big move. This was their launch year. Number 6 this week in 1975. One of my favorite songs. I had their albums. I love the Ohio Players. Love Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
Roller Coaster of Love.
Butchered by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, of course.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they did.
Did they? Oh, God.
Fuck the Red Hot.
They had a
Chili.
hit
They
with
even
it.
Stole their name.
It was in the Beavis and
didn't.
Butthead movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. Yeah. Nobody can say Shay what like the guy from the Ohio Players.
He was cool. He had that thing of like hair went over that
Who's
one
getting
eye.
mad?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to listen to the Chili Peppers version.
All right. You got to just to hear it once. It's like,
no
you're not going to like it.
What want me? Want me?
Yeah.
Want me? All that stuff.
Fucking idiot Anthony Kiedis. Number 5 this week in 1975. And I said, get your t-shirt ready. I said it during the intro. The Bay City Rollers, Saturday night. Yeah, that was huge. That was huge.
S-A-T-U-R.
T-A-Y.
Someone got me that album for Christmas.
I didn't. I never got a Bay City's roller. My brothers and I would not like that.
I
Would
didn't
be
want it.
acceptable. It would
No,
not be
I was like, gee, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
be
listen to it
acceptable.
sometime later.
not acceptable.
I love that.
No. They were just glad to be here.
Yeah.
They're Scottish. They
They were
can't
so
help.
glad to be alive.
Is this all right? You can't. You're glad and plaid. You used it once. Don't beat the drum too much. All right, Lou.
That's what she.
All
All right.
All right. Number 4 this week in 1975. That's the way I like it. Casey and the Sunshine. Band.
Good time
Casey's still out there.
Yeah.
He's so fat you can't see the Sunshine Band.
Wow.
I know. I saw it. I saw a video.
He's out there. People are still paying to see him.
it
Whatever
really?
casino he was playing in or whatever.
Enormous.
He's big, yeah, and he's old, and it is what it is. Let me see. Watch Painkiller, a real eye opener. Joanne Kazborski. Yeah, somebody told me about the movie Painkiller. It's off topic, but
Well, I wrote it down. I saw that.
yeah, it's eye opening. From somebody else told me that too. Let's see. Number 3 this week in 1975, Sky High by Jigsaw.
Blown it all sky high.
Yeah.
Good song.
Dave Phillips, King of the 45s. jumps into the show right when we're on out the wind down. Missed all the good stuff, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Thanks, but Dave jumps in anyways.
He could have been on the whole show and it's just saying hello now.
Don't stick up for the king of the 45s. He can stick up for himself.
Yes, he can.
Mark
He's held his own with
Smith.
you. He's held his own with you many
Mark
times.
Smith.
And David agreed with me that can of pizza spread you put on your Facebook page.
Oh, that
Oh my
shit.
God.
Right?
Have you
Oh
eaten
my
it?
God.
Have you ever tried that?
I don't believe so. I found that. I was like, oh
It's
my
so nasty.
God.
There's
Oh.
pizza in a can.
This was just a piece of bread 13 seconds ago.
Yeah. No, it's a travesty.
Now, when I saw that post, I said, hey, Scott's actually researching 1975 a few days before the show.
That's right. Hey,
wow.
there you go. Good pickup. Good pickup. Number 2 this week in 1975. Let's Do It Again. The Staple Singers. And number 1 this week in 1975. The Silver Convention. Fly, Robin, Fly.
Nothing from Venus and Mars. Wow.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. So let's see, mate. Where did I got Wings? They were in that number 12.
Okay.
Venus and Mars rock show. Yeah. Number 11 just skirted the top 10. I Write the Songs. Barry Manilow. I Love Music was number 14. Yeah, it wasn't written by Barry Manilow. That's for sure.
Bruce Johnson, the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
No Elvis. Nope. Marie. Let's see.
Wait. Elvis split his pants in 1975.
Yeah. On stage. Yeah.
And he farted. He
Yeah.
farted.
He passed wind.
19 in number 14 this week in 75 was I Love Music, the OJ's part 1.
Any kind of music.
Island Girl was number 16 this week.
Crap.
Yeah. Low Rider was number 18.
Great song.
Let me see. Starts to kind of fade off now. Finally, Gladys Knight. God, Garfunkel, I Only Have Eyes for You. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Where's Paul Simon when you need him?
Kiss was number 30 this week with Rock and Roll All Night, the live version. Well, the studio version.
Yeah, because that, yeah.
Number 32 is a good one. You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles.
Mm-hmm.
Since you came along, you
Hot
sexy
chocolate?
thing, sexy thing. Let me see. What else was Al Martino's Volare. Whoa.
No.
I don't
Do you
know
know what movie role did
You never heard Volare?
No.
Really? No, remember the Plymouth Volare? There was a car.
It was also a car, yeah.
There was a car, but it was Sergio Franchi did the car commercial. But Al Martino has a very important movie role in one of the greatest movies of all time.
The Godfather.
You are correct, sir. He was Johnny Fontaine.
He was Johnny Fontaine, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could act like a man.
Act like a man. And I will say number 40 this week in 1975, Evil Woman, Electric Light Orchestra.
Good song.
Good album.
Yeah. Let's go in the albums.
Music.
Top 10's albums this week in 1975. Number 10 was the Silver Convention, Save Me.
Wow.
Yeah. Number 9 this week in the album charts, 1975, Kiss Alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was 75. I was
Yep.
wrong.
That's why it was on the, they charted, right?
Yeah.
Volare was a Jerry Vale song, says Dave Phillips, King of the 45, because he has the 45.
45, that's right.
Yeah.
And you can't read credits better than on a 45. It's big.
And his last name isn't really Vale.
What is it?
It's like Valachi or something like that. It's Italian. He's
The
just
Valachi Papers. There you go.
Valachi.
Fucking
Charles Bronson.
snitch.
You need something done, go get Valachi.
Yeah. Number 8 in the album charts this week in 75, History, America's Greatest Hits.
Great album.
That's one of the best greatest hits albums.
Yep. And they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
God
But the
damn it.
Go-Go's are.
Carly Simon is.
Yeah. She's in for her mouth.
That's not a
We've been
category.
through this
Rock and
before.
roll.
Well, let's make
She's
that a
in-
category.
She's in best mouth
Best
in
mouth
music.
Best mouth in the business.
Yeah.
Well, would
Number
Mick Jagger
7
be
this
in?
week. Huh?
Mick Jagger would be in then.
Yeah.
Girls can
Yeah.
vote too, you know.
Girls can vote too. Yeah. Steven Tyler would be in there.
Ugh.
Let me see. Would David Johansen be in there? He's got a big mouth.
Yeah. In more ways. We don't want to know what's happened with that.
We're not doing men, are we?
Let's just say him and Anthony.
He's
Kiedis
got
could
such
talk.
a beautiful mouth.
They got Jagger.
That David Johansen, him and that mouth of his.
Jagger, you got Steven Tyler.
Hello, Buster Poindexter. I got a Poindexter for you, Buster.
He's just so sassy.
Look at that mouth.
Hot.
Okay, moving on.
Thing.
Number 7 this week on the
prove.
album charts is 75. Gratitude, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Number 6 this week on the album charts in 1975. Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years. The infamous Thanksgiving show. Number 5 this week in 1975. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Number 4 this week on the album charts in 1975. Wind Song by Wind Song. And while you guys deliberating, Dave Phillips, King of the 45, says Tony has to poop.
Tony who?
His dog.
Oh.
Named his dog Tony. The fuck?
That's perfect. Hey, Tony.
Get him out.
Yeah, he has his own little thing. He does it every Tony's Tunes. You know, it says Tony's Tunes. Wind Song, number 4 this week. Wind Song, John Denver.
Ah.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah. Number 3 this week on the album charts in 1975, Rock of the Westies.
Elton John.
Elton John. Yeah.
It's not a good record.
No. And he looks like an idiot on the fucking cover. Like a total douche.
What is he doing? Has he got like
He's got these like glasses on there, the sunglasses where you can see his eyes. He's got like, it looks like a fucking Sherlock Holmes hat on.
That's right.
He's got long hair, the beard and mustache.
Yeah,
he's got a striped shirt. Like, you fucking idiot.
He was getting tired by then.
He got rid of that great band he had. Elton John band was great.
Yeah, right?
That was a great rock and roll.
Yeah. Number 2 this week on the album charts in 1975, Red Octopus, Jefferson Starship.
Great album.
Great album. Yep.
Got Miracles is on that.
Yep.
Record.
Yep. He was, that guy was just such an unbelievable voice.
Yeah.
Ballin. Yeah.
Now, our AI friend and co-host of Milk Crates Music Relish Show.
I've done that. Vice versa.
Yeah, I do it a lot.
I do it
every time I'm on the other show, I'm like, don't say Milk Crates.
Does the AI get a little? Does he get upset when you do that?
No.
Okay.
Well, he does this. Like he goes like this. He goes, yeah, and I think that's upset. He just looks away, you know? I'm joking. He doesn't do that.
So what were you saying?
I call him Scott once in a while.
When do you call him Scott?
Hey, wait a minute now. Come on now. Come on. Hey, Schmidhead, I'm hungry. Bring me something.
That was a rough year. He was just like posting on my.
We're talking about Tom Spallone. He says
he was posting on my Facebook page, Schmidhead, I'm hungry, or
bring me something.
Once again, you didn't go to a concert. You didn't get to, like he was angry that year, and I'm the pin cushion. He takes that
angry,
on me.
yeah. All right, number 1 in the album charts this week in 1975, Chicago 9. Yeah, Chicago 9.
Oh, I thought it was a group called the Chicago.
So
9.
that Chicago 9 is the I and the X, right? That's 9, right?
I don't know.
10 and then minus 1 is to the left, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on, you should know your Roman numerals.
Yeah,
man.
X is 10. Yeah.
Such a fucking Gen Z or Gen X or whatever.
Lutheran school
he's not Catholic. He's not Catholic, and he's not.
Hello, Lutheran school did not teach Roman numerals. They taught German. Come on.
We had a clock. The clocks in my elementary school were fucking Roman numerals. I couldn't tell time for the first 5 years of my fucking school education. I could not read those things. I'm like, why don't they just have numbers? But that was also back then when you stood up and did the Pledge of Allegiance because you loved your country, and no teachers complained.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Well,
just
I only speak the truth.
Like David Coverdale said, slip it in.
Did your principal do it over the loudspeaker to the classrooms?
What's that?
I remember, like the principal would do it over the loudspeaker, so we don't.
Yeah, that's
up.
what.
We don't stand up. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Roman numerals at work. I do booklets and stuff and spiel. I want Roman numerals for the sections. I still have to Google once in a while. Okay, what's 16? I have to.
I know what you mean.
Once you get past like 25, 26, it gets weird.
Yeah.
Because, X is 10.
Triple X.
X is 10, V is 5, and 1 is a 1. So
Right. Let's see. Okay. Time for Mark's favorite part of the show. We're moving right along this week. Damn.
thank you.
Like usually right now it's an hour and 44 minutes. We're still doing movies.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of albums in '75, like a lot of great albums.
You want to jump? So you want to jump on some albums?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do a quick roundabout. Just quick three-way.
Oh, that's
Came
a
out
little
terrible.
weird. That's a
All
little
right.
weird.
So it looks like at Marie's school, they still do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Very good. Good.
still do it.
I love that.
Remember, I don't know. You're watching some news outlet. They still do the Pledge of Allegiance in schools. My kids did it.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they say under
do it
God?
in the
Do
hospital,
they say under
too.
God?
Do they say
I don't
under
say
God?
under God. I skip that because it wasn't written that way. You know that, right?
No.
All right,
One
moving on.
Controversy.
Moving on.
Lou, I'm
Controversy.
slipping it in to get.
Give us give us an album, Mark.
Sabotage by Black Sabbath, one of my favorite Ozzy era albums.
Ah. Okay.
Angry album.
Lou?
On Your Feet or On Your Knees, live album, Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
Ah.
Great album. Introduced by, that's Patti Smith doing the introduction.
Yes.
On your feet or on your knees.
Yeah.
One of the greatest albums ever made. Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark?
Redheaded Stranger, Willie Nelson, awesome album. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, just makes you cry.
All right, Lou.
I got to do this one. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen, my homeboy.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
And also I think one of the greatest rock and roll albums of all time.
I think we all know by now.
Jungle Land.
Now, my favorite David Bowie album and one of my favorite albums of all time. I always stress to people, go listen to this album again. If you've never listened to it, listen to it. You'll discover something brilliant. If you've listened to it in the past and you haven't listened to it in a long time, go back and listen to Young Americans, David Bowie. Fucking great album.
And what I don't understand
Really
is I
is.
run into so many Bowie fans that go, I just don't like that album. Why?
The Blue-Eyed Soul thing, but it's
I like
such
that.
a fucking, you want to vibe out.
That's my favorite period of his.
Yeah, you want to vibe out, dude. You were saying about that album earlier. You listen to Young Americans and that's a great fucking album.
Yep.
Yeah. Mark?
One of These Nights, Eagles.
Ah, okay.
Contains two of my favorite songs of theirs, One of These Nights and Take It to the Limit.
Yeah. Lou?
America's fifth album, Hearts, with the single Sister Golden Hair, #1.
Ah, yeah. Dave Phillips says Toys in the Attic. Good plug. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Toys in the Attic. 10cc, the original soundtrack with I'm Not in Love.
Good album. That whole
Classic
album is good.
70s song. It's a classic 70s song.
It's great.
And
song.
nobody knows their albums beyond their hits, and their albums are just really
Right.
That song, I'm Not in Love, a lot of those sounds you hear, it's all vocals. It's not necessarily keyboards. There's just a lot of vocal layering. It's just brilliant.
Big Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah.
Big Boys.
And you get the long version. On the radio, you always wait and see, are they going to play the long version? And and then all of a sudden you'd hear it every once in a while.
Yep.
The not the radio edit version, the regular version.
I used to listen when they put Heartbreaker on the radio from Led Zeppelin. Are they going to play Livin' Lovin' Maid?
Who just went?
I think it was me.
Okay, it's up to me. Let's see. I just had it. Oh, Kiss, Dressed to Kill. Dressed to Kill. So on the album cover, I've told the story behind that. There's a picture, where Gene Simmons is standing there and he's got his knee cocked up. They got the shock skin suit on. He's got his hands out by his side. His head is tilted. He's making a face. The picture, someone took a picture of that out on the street. He's looking at a little black kid. The kid's looking at them, and he wanted to make the kid laugh.
Yeah.
So he made this face and put his hands out like a clown. He put his knee up, and the kid laughed. And that's the picture they got. Because it's like, what is he doing, right? But it ended up being it's a great album cover.
And if you look really close, none of the clothes fit them because their manager gave them all those suits.
It's all too small.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, Mark, give me an album.
I I'm gonna go with That's the Way of the World, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh, that's my favorite
movie
Earth, Wind
that
and Fire
bombed,
song.
but a great soundtrack. It's really a soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite song by them.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's up there with me too.
Lou?
Nothing Fancy, Leonard Skinner.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a great rock and roll band.
This album, Katie lied, Steely Dan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the debut of Mr. Neil Peart, "Fly by Night" by Rush.
Yes. Yes. I watched the Rush doc before we went on tonight.
Cool.
Lou?
Things. Let's see. Where's my shit here? John Entwistle's fourth solo album, Mad Dog. Who knew?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever heard anything from a John Entwistle solo record?
No.
No.
This album was half live, half studio. ZZ Top, Fandango.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good album.
Mark?
Dreamboat Annie, Heart's debut.
Yeah. Lou?
Two Sides of the Moon, Keith Moon's only solo record.
Yeah, the one that nobody bought.
Nobody bought it. He only played drums on 3 songs on it.
I have it.
You do have it.
I bought it.
ABBA's debut album, ABBA. Or the self-titled album, ABBA.
Yeah.
Mark?
Blues for Allah by Grateful Dead. Had to put a Dead's album in there.
All right. Lou?
Cold on Your Shoulder, Gordon Lightfoot with the single Rainy Day People.
Yep. Not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Bob Seger, Beautiful Loser, one half of the greatest live set, to say one of the greatest live recordings, I think, is when he does Beautiful Loser, and it goes right into, what was it? Fuck. No, I can't think of it.
It's on the live album, right?
Yeah, it's on, I think it's on Live Bullet. They were new. It was a new song.
No,
I think it was Live Bullet.
No.
It's Beautiful Loser. Why can't now I can put myself in that?
Tell you in a second.
I got the Schmitties.
Jody Girl?
No,
because it goes Beautiful Loser on Live Bullet and then Jody Girl's afterwards.
No, what's the other fucking song? It's a popular song.
Is it a cover?
No, go to 9 Tonight.
Okay. Jesus, he's got a lot of albums out. 9 Tonight. Betty Lou, we got Tonight, Night Moves. It's not on there.
Hold on. And Traveling Man.
Oh, he goes into that from.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you've never heard that?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Fucking greatest sync into a song other than, he sinks from one song to another, continuous. Goes from Beautiful Loser to Traveling Man flawlessly, fucking brilliantly. And the two songs together are fucking amazing. You got to hear it live. It's on YouTube. You can get it on YouTube. You can probably get it on Spotify. But yeah, Beautiful Loser into Traveling Man. I think Beautiful Loser let me see. Was it that or Traveling? One of them they hadn't done yet. It was like a new song.
Well, Traveling Man was a very early song.
Yeah.
Great production on that, the original version.
But listen to the live version. Dave Phillips always says live is better. He loves live music. And I give him this. That one, that's a great live version.
Yeah.
Marie Martin says Traveling Man thought that was a Ricky Nelson song.
Is it Traveling Band? Hey, I need a traveling band.
Yeah, probably. Hey, I need a traveling band. Yeah.
Got to get Marie on the show.
Or hey, I'm a traveling man. I don't know. But there's multiple. There's songs out there with the same name.
Yeah.
A lot of times. Let's go a couple more. Mark?
Another debut of sorts. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham's debut with Fleetwood Mac for Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Monday morning.
Yep. Lou?
Northern Lights, Southern Cross, the band.
Mm.
The
last proper band album before The Last Waltz.
Yeah.
Good record.
Elton John, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy.
That's a good record.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Good album cover.
Did that have Someone Save My Life Tonight?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's got well, the title track. I don't think it was a big hit record for them though.
All right, one more, Mark.
Tower of Babel.
I'm gonna go with "Face the Music" by ELO, their first album in their ascension to pop royalty.
Some great singles on that.
And it had that song with the backward masking that my church went crazy over. Roar, roar, and they're like, "It's evil! Don't listen to it."
Your church knew a whole lot of music that you shouldn't listen to. Oddly enough,
Lou, they used to do record smashing. They would tell you to bring your records, and they would smash them. And you know the church. I won't mention it.
Called?
It's in Hillsdale.
I don't know the name.
Across from a high school that I went to.
Okay.
All right.
I got to say hi to the beautiful Tiffany Van Hill. Good evening, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
Yeah. Did you, Lou? You up?
I could be. How about
Mark? Did you go?
Yeah, I did.
You did.
All right.
Roxy
You were
Music.
listening.
Hey, you just talked over each other.
Did.
See, I promote you guys to permanent ghosts. Now you're talking over each other. You're all fighting for airtime.
I try.
The fuck.
I just said if
You
were
two need to
listening-
just settle down. You know what?
I
You know what?
If you were
I
listening,
don't see. You're talking over me now. Penalty box for both of you. Jesus. Like an hour and 55 minutes into the show, and they get out of line. Tiffany. Okay, I got to bring these two back on. Look at the beautiful Tiffany says 2 hours in. This is going to be a long episode. Well, we're almost done. I'm done with these guys. Look at Lou sleeping. He's got COVID. You can't put him in. He wants to be in the penalty box.
I'm okay.
Look at now. He's got the mic in his hand. He took it out of the boom. He's laid back on the couch. He's fading fast. We got to get this done. All right, one more each. One more each. Let me start. Probably, it's a great debut album. I say, song for song, I will match this second side two with any side two in the history of music. This is me talking, right? So, the Tubes debut album, The Tubes, and Mark, you just posted a picture of Fee Waybill the other night as Quaalude, right? White Punks on Dope, Mondo Bondage, What Do You Want From Life? I mean, that fucking side two of the Tubes debut album is amazing.
Uh-huh.
Have you listened to it?
I haven't listened in years.
Dude, all right, listen. You got to listen to side two of the Tubes debut, and it's a great album cover, too. With the girl's hand with the red fingernails tearing the corner, and the girl's got the rubber tire around her chest. Listen to side two.
Okay.
It gets the juices flowing, too. They were really good. They were in a groove on that one. All right, one more, Mark.
I'd like a redo on mine since he's so rudely interrupted.
Oh yeah,
I'll give you two.
Okay. I'm going to go with Atlantic Crossing. It was Rod Stewart. Coming to America had a rock side and an acoustic side, and the acoustic side is my favorite.
Okay. All right, Lou, give me two.
Caress of Steel, Rush. Their weird album. They had a lot of fans.
You wasted one of your last choices on that.
It's a great album.
Jesus, God.
It's a
Jesus.
I know I can push buttons too, you know. I can push buttons.
Lou, didn't it have that song called I Think I'm Going Bald?
Yes, it does. It's weird.
All right, Lou, give us the other one.
Okay. The other one was Roxy.
The show would have been over by now if we avoided this.
I was just going to say the title and you talk over me.
All right, then give me two more. Jesus, you're
every time I'm running out because you guys keep talking over me. Okay.
Fucking say it.
Roxy Music. The album was called Siren.
Okay.
Yes, good album.
Now, Mark, be quiet or he's going to keep doing it. Hey, Lou. Hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Give us one more, please, honey.
Don't talk too loud.
Please, honey, give us one more.
Gorilla, James Taylor.
That's a great album. That's a good album.
I'm looking at all these other, and you picked that motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Well, come on.
Oh my God. All right. This is over.
Rough.
This segment's over. Talk about going out on a whimper.
No, we didn't.
Leave him alone. He's sick. Come on.
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Come on.
Their self-titled album.
You had Poco head over heels. You're Poco fans, right?
Poco over James Taylor. That's like an even call, I think.
I was just throwing your shit out there. That's your group, not mine. How about the Rolling Stones, Made in the Shade?
Compilation.
Gonna go out
album.
big.
That's a comp album.
Doesn't matter. It's a good album.
How about the Ohio Players, Honey?
Yeah, well, I already said that when we talk about another one. Are we still, what are we sneaking shit in now?
How about Hair of the Dog by Nazareth?
How about Al Green's Greatest Hits?
Al Green is Love. How about that one?
How about Lou Reed Live?
How about A Night at the Opera?
How about Shut the Fuck Up and Let's Move On?
I never heard that album. I'll have to listen.
That's a good album. You're listening to it right now.
Shut the fuck up.
And let's move on. Hey, this day in music. Enough of that. All right, on this day in 2019, Sir Rod Stewart became the oldest male solo artist to have a #1 album in the UK when the singer's 10th chart topper, You're in My Heart, went to the top of the charts. Sir Rod, who was 74 in 11 months, took the accolade, which was previously held by American singer Paul Simon. Look, so Marie Martin says, are we still in 1975? I'm confused. Oh, if you're confused there, imagine when you come on the show. You better hang on. Keep up. Don't make us say keep up.
And she loves James Taylor.
She does.
It'll make your hair fall out. It moves so fast.
Let's see. On this day in 2018, American bass guitar player Joe Osborne died at the age of 81.
Dang.
Let me see.
That's him playing on Aquarius. A lot of Fifth Dimension stuff.
Yep. Played with the Carpenters, the Association, Fifth Dimension. Yep. He played on, let me see, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yeah.
Let's see. On this day in 2015, Adele was #1 in both UK and US charts with her third album, 25. That was, I don't have to go into all that. That was a monster. Yeah. That was a monster album. And good for her. And then they hated her because she lost weight. So your people are a little fucked up, Mark. Your people are a little messed up.
It's the business.
Why do they attack her?
Maybe
Adele doesn't bother anybody.
Maybe it was your people.
No, it's your people.
No, it was your people.
Your people that cancel is not my people. Your people cancel, not my people. My people don't cancel. Your people do.
Last word. Wait, why are you doing this face? Your people.
Because that's how your people talk.
At least I don't have an ugly Christmas sweater that says Wu-Tang.
Hey, that is not ugly.
It's awesome. I love
it. That's right. I know you know that's an awesome Christmas shirt.
It is.
That Wu-Tang, yeah. Come on. That's original. Like my AC/DC version of Xmas, right? I also have one that says it's Trump, but it's like the digital, like the old printouts. It's made out of letters. It says "Make Christmas Great Again."
God.
Can I borrow that?
You can. You can.
I have a Nerd Halen shirt. Do you have that? That's a great shirt.
Let's see. On this day in it was a sad day on this day in 2004. The funeral took place in Arlington, Texas, for Damage Plan and Pantera guitarist Dimebag Darrell.
That's a scary death.
That was horrible.
Do you know who
self-taught guitarist too?
Do you know who put his guitar in his coffin?
Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And he was buried in a Kiss casket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder how much
that's rock and roll, man.
So you have to pay for it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Gene doesn't give anything away.
I'll give it to you. Yeah. 25,000.
Not even a discount.
Only 40.
Yeah.
I'll try
let's see. On this day in 2003, Ozzy and Kelly Osbourne went to #1 in the UK single charts with Changes, the remake of the track first sung by Ozzy on the Black Sabbath album, Volume 4.
Beautiful song.
In 72.
Remake, though.
No. On this day in 1999, Sir Paul McCartney appeared at the Cavern Club in Liverpool, England, in front of 300 people with David Gilmour, Deep Purple drummer Ian Pace, Pete Wingfield on keyboards, and the legendary Mick Green of Johnny Kidd and the Pirates on guitar. It marked McCartney's last gig of the year and the 20th century. Last gig at the venue was in 1963. Let's see. On this day in 1998, Billy Preston pleaded guilty to insurance fraud in Los Angeles court and agreed to testify against 6 other defendants. Rash.
Oops.
Billy Preston's a snitch. Testified against 6 other guys. Couldn't man up. Take the hit. Who allegedly participated in starting fires, staging thefts, and rigging car crashes. Oh, my God.
Wow.
What the fuck, Billy?
Wow.
That's sad.
18 fraudulent insurance claims were filed. Preston received 5 years of probation for snitching and 1 year in jail to run concurrently with the sentence he was already serving for violating probation on a prior conviction for cocaine possession. Damn, Billy, how the bottom falls out.
His life ended pretty badly.
Yeah.
He did tour with Clapton. He gave him a few tours.
He was in tour. He was in tour with the band, but he got sexual assault charges against him too.
Oh boy.
It was a sad day on this day in 1997. Canadian guitarist and songwriter Kurt Winter died of kidney failure at the age of 51. He was a member of the Brothers and the Guess Who. He replaced Randy Bachman. On this day in 1991, Michael Jackson started a 4-week run at #1 in the U.S. album charts with his 8th studio album, Dangerous. The album has sold over 32 million copies worldwide, making it one of the best-selling albums of all time. 9 singles were released from the album, spanning 2 years from 91 to 93. Wow. On this day in 1985, Whitney Houston, the late great Whitney Houston, scored her first UK #1 single with Saving All My Love for You. On this day in 1981, Yoko Ono. That's what she does. Screamed into a microphone and people ran. Yoko Ono called on fans to observe 10 minutes of silence in memory of John Lennon. Shut the fuck up. She makes me sick.
Do you know you sounded more like Steve Tyler when you did that?
Probably, yeah. Dude, that's like a lady. On this day in 1979, The Clash released their 3rd studio album, London Calling, one of the greatest album covers of all time.
Masterpiece.
Yep, masterpiece. I'm not going to get into all that. It was in the Fire's voted, of course, one of the 500 greatest albums of all time. It was ranked as the 6th greatest album of the 70s by NME. On this day in 1973, Bruce Springsteen appeared at the Pinecrest Country Club in Shelton, Connecticut. Only 200 tickets were sold for the show.
Ooh.
On this day in 1972, Born to Boogie, the Ringo Starr-directed movie, premiered in London. The film was based around a concert at Wembley Empire Pool, London, England, starring Ringo, Mark Bolan, and T-Rex, and it was released on the Beatles' Apple Films label. On this day in 1971, Led Zeppelin 4 was riding high at the top of in the top 10 of the U.S. album charts in 2006. The album was rated #1 on Classic Rock Magazine's 100 Greatest British Albums poll. Really? Would you say that? Led Zeppelin 4, one of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah.
100 greatest British albums? I don't know. All right.
A lot of competition, but I mean, it's one of our favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
Everybody, I know Paul McCartney fans that don't like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. On this day in 1969, the Jackson 5 made their first network television appearance in the U.S. when they appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. On this day in 1968, Marvin Gaye scored his first U.S. #1 single when I Heard It Through the Grapevine, started the 5-week run at the top of the charts. It was Marvin's 15th solo hit and also his first UK #1 single in March 69. Written by Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong in 66, the song was first recorded by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, as well as Gladys Knight and the Pips, and Creedence Clearwater Revival. Later on, copied it.
And the California Grapes.
And the California Grapes, yeah. Let me see. On this day in 1967, Rolling Stone guitarist Brian Jones was rushed to St. George's Hospital in London after collapsing. The doctor reported Jones was tired and suffering of a strain and was also recovering from having some teeth out. Them British in their fucking teeth.
Bad dentist.
Bad dentists, yeah. Let's see. On this day in 1963, the Beatles played a show for their Southern blah, blah, blah. On this day in 1963, Dinah Washington, American singer and pianist Dinah Washington, died at the age of 39.
Ooh.
An autopsy later showed a lethal combination of secobarbital and aminobarbital contributed to her death. Washington gave herself the title Queen of the Blues. She had her first top 10 hit in 59, and with her version of What a Difference a Day Made. All right. And finally, on this day in 1962, Bill Wyman made his live debut with the Rolling Stones at the Ricky Ticky Club, Star and Garter Hotel in Windsor, England. The group were known as the Rolling Stones during this period.
Rolling.
Let's see, who was born on this day? Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical. If there's young people listening. Let's see.
The young people.
If there are young people is listening.
I don't think they'd be in bed by now.
Yeah, I think so.
Go to school.
Let's see, Beth. No, Tim Scold, bassist for Rock Band America. No one really. No one. Gina Stacy. No. Cliff Williams, Jackie McKinnon, Jane Byrne, Joyce Wilson, Frank Allen, Dick Wagner, Gary Usher, Charlie Rich. We found somebody.
The Silver Fox.
The Silver Fox. Yeah. Because when we get behind closed doors, I knew it would come around before the end of the show. I knew it would come back. Thank you.
What was his other big
Happy
hit?
birthday, Charlie Rich. He died at the age of 62 in his sleep. And that's it. That's it, gentlemen. A short show, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's a
Scott.
short one.
Scott, happy
Yeah.
birthday. Happy birthday. Have a great birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's coming up.
The big one.
Yep. Yeah, it's okay. It's just another number.
60's the new 30.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Go get
I
some
look
Botox.
good for my age. I don't care what anybody says.
You do.
I do.
You
Damn
look
right I
younger
do.
than me, and I'm only 53, so.
Look at you got the job, Mark. You got the job. You don't have to. You got it. You're safe. You're secure. Well, gentlemen, as I always say, thank you for your time. Thank you for your input. Thank you for all your knowledge, and most of all, thank you for your friendship. I truly always, every episode, appreciate you guys for what you know and what you do, and how you raise the bar on this podcast, and I truly appreciate your time. And we'll be, next Wednesday Christmas show, so be ready, motherfucker.
All right. Yeah.
Be ready, motherfucker.
Be ready.
Have some
Okay.
Christmas shit. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
We're gonna be breaking down some Christmas songs next week.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. But when
So
I have some shit to talk about.
Okay.
I found some Christmas songs that just they got to be broken down. That's it. We're gonna break them down. So bring some songs to the table, and we'll. I don't think it's gonna be a 2-hour Christmas show. That's for sure. But we'll see.
We might lose the busy in practicing. We might want to keep it a little shorter, right?
Yeah. It's a Christmas
We'll
show. We
see.
don't.
I
We'll see.
I hung in for what,
You did good,
2
Lou.
hours and 50
COVID and
minutes.
all. And Marie Martin says, "Happy birthday! Welcome to the 60s. I'm glad to be here. Glad I'm still alive. That's all that matters. You guys are great. In 2024, you're gonna come on. You'll be on, Marie.
Cool.
We'll get you on an episode. See how you can handle it in the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
That's right.
I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to sit back. Hey,
And
I'm a
as
snowflake. I don't hate anybody. I love everybody.
Here we go. Jesus, I was
You
just
did
ending
it.
the show
You
on a
did
good
it.
note.
You did it.
Anyway, as I always say to everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you liked it, share it. Tell somebody about it. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for listening and watching for 2 hours and 13 minutes. I always appreciate your time. I appreciate your input. I appreciate the comments. And as I always say, to quote my favorite artist, Morrissey, doing this show for you, the pleasure, the privilege is mine. We will be back next Wednesday with our Christmas show. Should be fun. Should be interesting. It's not going to be politically correct, I can tell you that.
No,
I already know that.
Yeah.
So, come back and see us again. And that's it. Say good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Good night, gentlemen.
You know.